Hi, my name is Lindsay Godfrey. I'm a graduate student at the Mary Lou Fulton Teachers College at the downtown campus pursuing my master's in higher and post-secondary education. I'm finishing up my practicum experience right now, so as a part of that, I conducted this research to find the best app to increase the efficiency and streamline the hiring process in large programs such as the ABA program. So on the agenda for today, we'll be reviewing 3 apps that we believe will increase the efficiency and improve the hiring process. The goal of this presentation is to find the best app to fit your needs, as we discussed, and to streamline that process. So the 3 we're going to look at are the Applicant Manager, Applicant Pro, and iCIMS. Then we'll kind of review and compare and conclude with any questions. So how do we increase the efficiency of the hiring process? We're going to hope to find the answer to that in one of these 3 apps today. The first app is Applicant Manager, or TAM. Key features you're going to see in this one are job board integration, so it's going to push to Monster, Indeed, things like that, so your jobs will be posted there. Manage applicants with a pass-fail custom pre-screening question, so you can easily weed out the applicants that aren't going to fit your requirements. Mobile compatibility. There's no app that you download, it's just compatible with all systems because it is a cloud-based system. Email and calendar integration, onboarding, video interviewing, background checks are all things that are included, which is nice. In other apps that we're going to look at, that's an additional cost. So for this one, it's nice that it's included. And then you can link to programs in the job description, which is something that I think is nice. It's something a couple stakeholders mentioned to me as being important to them, meaning that you can see a description. The applicants can see that description of what it is that this program does so that they're aware of what they're applying for and making sure they're qualified to meet the needs of the program. Pros and cons. The pros, it's a very intuitive system. I think it's very user-friendly. It's the most simple system that we're going to look at today. That can be good, that could be bad. It's very basic, but it's simple to use. Those custom questions, again, are a big pro. It's something a lot of people wanted to see in this app. And it's also reported as having a strong reliability rate, which I think is something important to note because we don't want any glitches or any issues with the technology, because that's something that, we all know technology can sometimes not be the most reliable. Cons, there's no separate feature for candidate communication, only an email, meaning you can't click on the email button to send that out. However, I was told that's something that they're adding very soon, and it should be in the next update soon. Again, the features are very basic. It's not very exciting. It's pretty basic compared to the other apps, but that could be a good thing as well. Pricing. So again, it's more simple, so it's a little bit on the lower end for the pricing. There's admin users and then there's tier 2 users. So tier 1 is admin. If you want 3 of those, that's $240 a month. If you want 5 to 20 tier 2 users, that's about $200 a month. There's a one-time implementation fee of $850. So you can see the totals down there at the bottom that I calculated. It's very dependent on how many users we need to have that admin access. We estimated about 2 or 3 we would really need for that full admin access. So you'll see those prices and the differentiation in there as well. This is the interface. So you can see right here we have an applicant and we're looking at their resume. You can look at all of their documentation. So cover letters is in that next tab. Pre-screening questions. You can look at the interview questions and their answers. You can basically see everything you want to know about them on this page. So that's really nice. You can, on the left-hand side, you can update their status. So did you do a resume screen? Do you want a phone screen? Did you set up an interview? Where are they at in the process? And everyone that logs on can see this, and that's something that's really nice. As well as that note button there. Everyone can view any notes that you leave. You can view anyone else's notes, so everyone's on the same page, which is really nice. This is what the applicant's going to see when they apply. This is completely customizable to how you want it to be. So if you want to change, edit any info, you can choose what it is that you want them to fill out so that you're getting the info that's relevant to you and not wasting time. That's the first app. Going on to the second one, Applicant Pro. So we're kind of going up in complexity just a little bit. Again, similar features that you're going to see. Some things that are different to point out. You can automatically disqualify unqualified applicants through pre-screening. That's similar to the last one, just slightly different. The notes feature, again, has the same kind of integration as that last one. And then you can also have internal and external postings, which I think is something that a couple stakeholders were interested in. So that's good to note as well. Again, no downloadable app, but it is mobile friendly on their site. So that's nice. Pros. It's really easy to auto-filter candidates with that screening questionnaire, and that's something that you'll see in a demo. That's really easy to kind of quickly get through that process. If there's a candidate that just does not meet the requirements, it's super easy to just filter them out. You can communicate through email and text all in one place, so that's something that's really nice that the other ones don't always offer. Background checks, assessments, and onboarding are features, but they are additional fees, which brings us to cons. There's a lot of additional fees for extras. If you want to add text messages, I think above 50 text messages, you have to pay an additional fee. And then no market sharing, and it does not automatically sync interviews to calendar. Those are two features that were pointed out to me by Joel. And it works for Washington Elementary School District, so he gave me some info because he went through this process as well. And that's something he noted, but he also mentioned that this should be now available as of July because they just recently did an update, so that's something that we'd have to check out for ourselves. Prices. There's 2 packages for this particular system. And then there's also multiple add-ons at an additional charge as well, depending on what you need. Standard package and a premium package. So standard has all of those things we talked about, but premium includes the onboarding, the offer letters, things of that nature. And again, that's going to make the price go up quite a bit. You can also add on even more for an additional fee, depending on what you're adding. This link to this YouTube video, I think, is a nice way to kind of see it in action. If you're interested in kind of seeing what it looks like. This is the interface, so you're going to see something very similar to the previous one. You can see the status, you can see the applicant, the date, where they're at. You can click on them and you can kind of see all of those same documents, the resume, the cover letter, their application, pre-screening questions, all of that in one place. Again, you're going to see notes, you're going to be able to see background checks, all of that. So here we have a candidate selected, Holly. We can view all of her info here. We can kind of navigate through the tabs to get to what we're looking for. We can see her status. She's in the onboarding process. We can see any notes that anyone left. So same feature as before. Again, at the top, you can go through the applicants. You can go through your jobs, postings, assessments, and any reports that you want to run. iSIMS is our last app that we're going to talk. Definitely not as price friendly. It's a little expensive, but their reasoning is it's very complex and a very robust system. We're talking specifically about the recruiting system. They have other systems for onboarding, but we're talking about iSIMS Recruit. Similar features as before, however, this one does have an iPhone and Android app that's downloadable, so that's nice. They have video communication. It has a really nice scheduling interview feature that's nice, and they update about 4 to 5 times per year, so they're always kind of making sure everything's up to date before any issues arise. And you also have a 24-hour support team that you're assigned to that's there to help you if any problems do arise. Okay, pros and cons. Pros. All of the info is stored in one centralized location, and that's really nice because it's not the case with all the other apps out there. So it's super easy to navigate and not have to kind of close your window, go to another window, go to your phone. Everything's right there. You can easily schedule interviews and communicate with applicants just by a click. It's super easy to send those reports out. You can even have them kind of already templated, so that's nice as well. You can create recruiting metric reports and you can push them out to Excel spreadsheets, which is something a few stakeholders were interested in having that info, so that's something to note. No other app has that other than this one. And you also have executive level dashboards for non-recruiters who still want access but aren't going to be the ones actually interviewing, so that's nice as well. However, the cons, it is the highest price and it's very complex, which could make it a little less user-friendly, making more clicks, stuff like that. And add-on features are also an additional cost, making it even more pricey. So the price that we were quoted at is $1,000 a month for 3 full access users, so about $12,000 a year, with a startup fee at $4,000. They did say there's wiggle room with this price. If it's out of our budget, they're able to be a little bit flexible with that. There's also a sale going on for the month of July. If you sign up with them before July, you get a discount on that price, so you're looking more around $700 a month. And then that initial fee goes to about $2,500. So it does get a little bit better if you sign up before end of July. Here's their interface. This is their recruiting metrics, so you can kind of see their numbers, what's going on. This might not be as important as this next one. Here's where you see their resume, all the info. Again, you can easily reject or advance them in the process by a click of a button. You see their info if you want to contact them. You see their distance from the job. You see their ratings. You see notes on them. You see all the info that you need. You can screen them. You can schedule interviews, email. You can view those notes. iForms are their own kind of technology they have where you basically just upload any forms that you need for them. So again, it's a little bit more complex, but a very detailed and I think really nice way to view everything. A quick overview and comparison of all the apps. You have TAM, Applicant Pro, and iCIMS again. So TAM lacks in the candidate communication a bit. It's still available, it's just not that strong compared to the other two. Applicant Pro does not have video interviewing included in their pricing. That's an additional fee. You can still access it, but you have to pay an additional fee for it. iCIMS has everything except the post-hiring features, onboarding, things like that. Background checks, offer letters, that's all an additional fee. So something to consider there. All right, please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help. And I sent out a Google form for you to kind of give me your thoughts, any questions you have. If you want more info, just let me know, and I'd be happy to help you with that. I did include links on the next page for you if you want to kind of go into more detail on the separate apps. Feel free, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you for your time.